Welcome back, everybody. This is GTF, and this is Rockman World 5, or Mega Man 5 for the Game Boy, whichever one you prefer. When we last left off, we had just killed 4 Space Rulers, and now there's only 4 left, excluding Earth. Well, just ignore him for a while. We're taking out Jupiter next. I really do like his character design. He looks kind of cool looking. And this is a space level, sort of. Half of it is anyway, and so yeah, we get the floaty, jumpy physics. And we are first exposed to these little, I guess, the Sniper Joe equivalents for this game. They're invincible while they're charging the electricity, and they're only vulnerable after they shoot it. Pretty standard fare. However, they're almost always placed in the terrible position where they're just above or below you, but not high enough so that the shot goes straight over you, so you have to actually take the action to evade them. This is one of the few exceptions where they actually will go clear over your head. And they're also one of the handful of enemies in the game that will show up in other stages, just to menace you. I don't really care much for the stage music in this game. It's a kind of a short little loop, and it's kind of a little mechanical sounding, I guess. Not as funky as Venus's stage. You don't see these enemies too often, and they're very easily killed with one shot from a bubble bomb, which is pretty much made to kill them. As you can see, they're stuck on the ceiling. And we get to actually have some fun and show off the Grab Buster a little bit. I love this weapon so much. I'm back at full health. Okay. Reasonably powerful, too. It does a little less damage than a full charge shot. And behind that, those are collapsible bricks, if you are observant enough. I can't get through those yet. I need the Break Dash, Pluto's weapon, before I can get through stacks of walls like that. Similarly, we will also encounter blocks that are beneath you. I would need the Deep Digger, which is Uranus's weapon. Obviously we can't go into those areas yet. I will come back to show off what's behind that wall after I kill Pluto. And I'm not trying to farm here, but you know, if an item's drops in front of me, I will go for it. And unfortunately, that results in me getting caught in this rather horrible little loop where I just can't avoid respawning the damn guy. Curse me. But at the same time, you know, I need the P-chips if I want to buy all the stuff I want to buy. And I don't want to have to stop and do some grinding. It's my ultimate aim to try to get through the game without having to do that sort of stuff. Not like anything's particularly necessary. I mean, the game gives you for all the free E-tanks that you'll probably need. If you had, you know, even if you were very sloppy, you shouldn't need as many E-tanks as they give you. See, here you need the Deep Digger to get these, unless you have the Magnet Hand like I do. That's why the Magnet Hand is what I would always recommend to be the first, like, equipment piece you buy. And yeah, ice physics. Thankfully, you don't deal with this too much outside of Jupiter stage, and there's really not. And if you have the right equipment, you don't ever need to come back to Jupiter stage. But what was behind the wall that we passed up was nothing important, nothing vital to beating the game, nothing even vital to make the game more convenient for you. It's just a nifty little bonus, which might not even be worth your time. It's sort of random. But I'm going to go back there just to show it off. And yeah, we're back outside again. More space jumping. Everything slows down a little bit. It might be a little hard to tell with the video, but like your controls slow down a little bit. It's not just that you're a little floatier too. It's like everything moves a little slower. It was best illustrated when the little hammerhead dude shot up some rocks. Their rise and fall was significantly slower by comparison to when you're inside a building. But, you know, we're not going to have to deal with the space physics too much, even in these next bunch of stages. Getting a little low on health for me, so I botch attempting to get some free health back. This just completely negates my effort. And again, without some bosses that weapons from bosses I haven't beaten yet, I wouldn't be able to get that E-can or the extra life. See, once again, another need for Uranus's weapon. The game is sort of designed like that a lot. It encourages backtracking for some twisted reason. I guess it's not really that twisted, but yeah, you get the point. It's an inconvenience to somebody trying to just play through it all in one sitting. And as you notice, the floor changed when we came back down here. There is an important difference for this. We first need to go to the left here. Secret item. That thing over in the corner there. First we're gonna kill him so he doesn't get range crap on our parade. And see, once again, yet another thing blocked off blocks for Uranus's weapon, unless you have the magnet hand. This is what that right there was saved as I need to backtrack through this stage. We're almost at the end now. Jupiter's coming up, and I don't know what I was thinking when I decided to try to kill these guys with photon missiles. They're not particularly powerful, as you see. They don't even kill them in one hit. And you can't even really spam an enemy with them because it just hate the photon missiles so much. If you try to use drop down 2 at once, the second missile ends up going straight through them. For some reason, it's like something's off with the hit detection when you're hit by a photon missile. I don't quite understand why. They're slow. They're not exactly powerful either. But okay, we're moving on. We have more than enough health for Venus. He's not very... not Venus. Jupiter. He's not very hard-hitting. And he's weak to the bubble bomb. He's an interesting boss because he stays almost exclusively on the ceiling, and he's too high for you to jump and shoot. So without the bubble bomb, you really are lacking many opportunities to hit him. The only way you can hit him is when he dives down. As you can see, he's very patterned. This is all he does is he floats back and forth, does an electric shock to the ground, shoots some bullets, and then dives at you. Lather, rinse, repeat. That's all he'll ever do. You can pretty much beat him without ever taking a hit. I got sloppy and got shot anyway. Not a big loss to me. And so we'll be getting his new weapon now, which is the electric shock. It's probably one of the worst animated weapons I've ever seen in a Megaman game. I mean, we'll get to the demonstration, we can see. Look at that. That looks so ridiculous looking. That doesn't look like electricity at all. Looks like tentacles coming out of his hands. But it's a very awkward weapon to use. I don't recommend it outside of killing a couple of bosses with it. You can't move while you're using it, and there's like a delay between when you can move after you're done using it too. So it's sort of an awkward weapon to use. And as you can see, it has very short range. Since we picked up that weird item before, we're getting a cutscene explaining what they are. There's 3 others in the other state. There's 1 in each of the other stages, and if we go back to the lab once we pick those up, as Dr. Lay is explaining, we'll get a weapon that will, an item that'll cut our weapon consumption in half. But this concludes this episode. I'm GTF. Thanks for watching.